everyone.
You're so boring.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Zhara and I've been talking about an intro, right? I kind of say, "Hey, church girl," again, because there are others here now. Like, you have aunties, you have guys.
You have guys who watch this who are
actually part of the family. Guys, it's not just guys who watch this or catch on like one
exactly.
time.
And I mean, you still have Dear Church Girl videos that are unique to the Dear Church Girl audience.
But I need to find a new intro other than Hey Church Girl. Tell me what you guys think.
Yeah, if you guys have any suggestions.
Tell me what you think. I'll still say Hey Church Girl in my Hey Church Girl videos, like the ones that are girl particular.
Right. I'm late for work because I got in at like 2 a.m. last night.
Yeah. Well, you were on duty last night. You were on calls.
I was on call. Thankfully, I never got any calls between 2 and this morning.
Yeah.
And one of my colleagues kind of was covering the latter part. Yeah, so I'm grateful for that. But yo, when I tell you, say last night was a rough one. And so we kind of wanted to talk about a more serious topic this episode. I guess you might figure from the title. Because honestly,
not all that glitters is
not
gold.
all that glitters is gold.
Yeah.
Honestly. And I was just thinking back, I was saying it to Zhara this morning that on the last video that we did about coming to duty with us for the weekend, you know, there was a lot of downtime and there was a lot of me talking about the fact that, okay, I'm going back to the hospital now 4 or 5 hours after I left the hospital, you know. And we spent a lot of time, me and C, together, and we cook and eat and blah, blah, blah.
Duties like that.
Because there are some duties like that.
Yeah.
As a result of that, there's a recall bias. So then we end up showing you more of the glamorous parts of the life.
Yeah, well, regularly people show on social media,
which is the point.
And we want to break that stereotype. And as much as we might not come and say everything that's happening in our lives, but
as far as possible to give you a realistic appreciation, especially for people who are considering similar like career paths and way of living your life. Don't get me wrong, I love the people that I work with. Like, hands down, they're the most amazing people ever, and I wouldn't trade that for the world. Ask Zhara, we talk about them like
every single day.
But
you talk about them plus and the what you call the patient name? What the name them? Miriam and Marcus, You know, those are what he calls his every female patient named Miriam, every male patient named Marcus. Especially for the vlog. Yeah. For privacy reasons, of course.
We wanted to show you guys that even though social media tends to portray the nicer parts of people's lives, and you know, when things are going well and you have time, can vlog and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we always just smiling. It's not always a bed of roses, you know. And I wouldn't trade my life for any, you know, alternative way of operating. Certainly not this year. But I really wish some things were different, and things that are even outside of my control. One of them is the fact that I work so many hours, not because I want to, and I don't take up people's duty or anything like that, but you're trying to give away duties and nobody don't want them because there are just so many things to do.
So you've been working so today's what day? Today is Wednesday. And Zondre has been working since
Sabbath morning.
Yeah,
basically.
Sabbath morning.
And
they worked all weekend.
Yeah, and then to finish duty on Monday at 4.
Yeah, instead you finish at like 7:30.
Because I had to bring a patient to CT. Okay.
Alright.
Very, very annoyed by that. Don't know why I had to go, but you know, somebody had to go and I was the best one on the team to go based on how the duty was set up, which is fine. I just wish none of us had to go. But the point is, we finished the work from 1 o'clock, but I was still stuck at the place until like 7 o'clock in the night because transport couldn't come through and all kind of things. Bottom line is, I eventually came home at like 8 o'clock on Monday, only to go back to work at 8 a.m. on Tuesday, to stay there again until 4 p.m. today, which is Wednesday. And then this morning now, I'm leaving out a little late, not because there isn't work today, I just genuinely could not wake up.
Yeah, genuinely just so tired. Then he travels for a couple of days.
Yeah, I have to go to the States for a couple of days.
Yeah.
And I'm working right up until my flight today. Anyway, having said that, guys, the real point I want to make is that even though I'm the one employed to the hospital, like, this affects both of us.
Yeah, dramatically too.
Like, Zhara came to work with me, and she's coming to work with me so she can drop me at the airport at midday.
I mean, I leave to do some co-working still, so it's not that I'm not that pitiful.
Well, that's true. Like, she bringing me to work, she gonna leave me there, go to a co-work space and do her work, and then come back and pick me
I
up.
go to like a cafe or so.
Yeah, but the point is though, guys, that she has to make a lot of shifts for me as well.
Yeah.
And I think it often goes unrecognized, the sacrifices that are made by spouses of people who work odd hours.
And odd hours mean anything out of a regular 9 to 5. You appreciate a 9 to 5 when you do these jobs, for
God,
sure.
no.
And I mean, I even think about it because I don't practice law in like a big firm. Where I am under lots of pressure and where I am under the demands of a senior, or you know, I don't, and I always knew I never wanted to practice law like that, just because, you know, when you're choosing a career path, there are a lot of things that you have to think about. And one of the things I thought about when I realized what law could be was that, one, I thought about the laws of health. 2, I thought about lifestyle design. And I also thought about work-life balance. Those things really meant a lot to me. And I knew that one of us just had to do it for now. You get me? Like, Zondre doesn't have a choice right now because he needs to get his license in Jamaica before he even thinks about going into like a residency program or whatever overseas. You get me? So like, this is just what he has to do for a year. I don't have to do that. I can learn on my own. And I have a different structure. One day I'll talk a little bit about, you know, how I practice law and how I do business and stuff. And it has worked. And I think it works very well for our dynamic because I can support you in ways that if I was working a regular job, I wouldn't have been able to.
Because imagine both of us
Two professionals working, like, it's hard. Crazy
hours. Where do you get time to invest in your relationship?
You have to be intentional because people do it all the time. But if you don't be intentional, then that's what happens. And you hear especially doctors who will say, oh yeah, I don't even know what grade my son in.
And that's crazy.
And that's not something to boast about.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And you know, people do it all the time, and I think it's important to realize that it can be done, but it's not easy.
It's not easy.
And it's not the norm either.
Right.
It's not. The other day I heard one of my colleagues say, honestly, me not say how you can work on surgery and not get bone. literally, because he's like, yo, you know how long now I don't see my bee, and I'm just like, honestly, like, that's crazy, guys. I don't know if because we're laughing it don't seem as serious.
It's a very serious
but
issue.
It's serious, and I'm saying it not to complain, but to kind of highlight some of the ills of the way that we live our lives sometimes, and to show that this is not sustainable.
It is not.
It's really not sustainable.
To be intentional about our relationship though, and about making time for each other. One, whenever we can travel together like this, and if I can go into because we live outside of the city, so this journey to work, and sometimes I work within this space, it kind of helps me because when you're working from home, you know, you kind of get trapped in your thoughts, you don't have any human interaction. So one, the journey to work.
So when I come in the evenings, I normally have to take a few minutes to kind of defrost. But then as far as possible, we try to have our bedtime conversations.
We try to go we try to go to bed at the same time. We try to be intentional when we do have the time.
Yep.
So you know how sometimes you do have the time, but you kind of sleep away the day. No, if Zondre has a little extra time, and especially if I came out to work and if I worked at home, we'll grab lunch together and he can go back to work, or we can or even it's as simple as we will literally have lunch in the car. You know?
like I'll go, like, or if Zhara is driving, she'll just come and pick me up. We go grab food, we sit down in the car park and eat the food. And that's still quality time, you know?
Quality time.
And then she drop me back at work, obviously.
Yeah, so we do that, and that has been nice, being intentional about that. And we hope it's something that we'll be able to, because obviously we're 2 months in. And it shows you that the struggles come head on as quickly as they can. Like, they're not gonna say, oh, come How we get them 6 months for defrost?
And then start.
And then we start the struggle. So, how do you feel about leaving me for how many days is it?
Yeah, no, I don't feel good about that. I'm not looking forward to it. But
you'll survive.
No, it's our first time
We
like
will
spending so many days apart.
Yeah. And just like that, I was on my way home all by myself after dropping Zhara off at the airport.
Yeah, and I had an interesting flight up. Nevertheless, I was going to look for my family overseas, and I felt like it made sense. And yeah,
But you missed me though.
I did. I really did.
Actually getting ready to leave out. I am going to Kingston for the weekend, and Zon comes back, and then we're going to try to attend a wedding. So let's see if it works out. You guys already know I am not driving to Kingston. I'm definitely going to board the Knutsford. For those who are unfamiliar with what the Knutsford is, because you haven't been in Jamaica for a while, or you've never been to Jamaica, it really is a city-to-city coach. To Golda.
Hi guys, remember guys, maybe
at the vlog.
Wait, at the wrong direction, man.
So Golda fi come pick me up, right?
And
you know, like
me
tell her alright, because she did her work. So me figure say me do some work in the meantime.
No.
The average person, Golda, what you say?
I said I'll pick you up at 1:15, and then it started to rain, and I couldn't collect the car from the guy who was washing it because him saying want the rain stop and then wipe it off.
Alright.
Cause every time I wash the car, it rain. Then me tell Zara, says leave me come 1:15. She said no rush, I'm here. I have work to do.
Right.
I wouldn't mind if you don't come right now.
Right, because me don't want the video to upload. But then normally when people say them soon come, means when them done work, them all come right now. My lady go do things and then come for me after. I'm like one little lonely rabbit.
On the other side of life, I'm just trying not to fall asleep, and whenever I'm awake, I'm just trying to be as useful as I can.
I'll be there shortly. She said no rush. I have
Nice to see you though, you look nice.
Yeah,
Taking the outfit, guys.
Me just
half hang. And then she in a sneakers.
And the sneakers and loafers.
Loafers, business casual.
Girl, this is called I have half day off, so I was not dressing for work.
Let me tell you, it's so nice to not be home. To my friend, she's making my breakfast. And I'm not in charge. When I say juice, wow, we'll be at
the sun and the Sabbath.
Honestly, guys, I just slept, wake up, watch a sermon, go back to sleep, and then rinse and repeat. That was my Sabbath. Very restful.
So church just finished, guys. You see, I'll insert clips. Here, so I look. I'll insert clips, not at yourself, Golda.
I'm myself, me look at.
So we'll insert clips of Golda singing. Well, not Golda singing, but the choir. Blessed. I never recorded a lot of church just because, you know, sometimes you want to just
experience.
Yeah, sometimes, but yeah, I did record the singing, so I'll put a clip here. from the vlog.
What vlog that? No.
You have to say hi to the vlog.
We all have to say hi.
Say hi.
You don't get away from saying hi to the
Just say
vlog.
happy Sabbath.
This is my friend Romario. He used to be Nivishan.
Guys, yes. Beautiful country of Nevis.
He's now Nivishan.
He's now Jamaican.
Nivishan is what you call Nevis people.
From Nevis.
Yeah, but he's not Jamaican because he's been here for way too long.
Properly.
Yes. Jamaican.
Tell them what parish you're from.
Manchester. From Manchester.
Actually, wait, adopt him in Manchester.
He adopted
people
himself.
Really?
Manchester. One Adful camp there.
Oh yes. I remember that.
Must time
It's because
remembering.
because you know natural.
Yeah.
Alright,
so
where you going?
Alright, yeah. That's me in the little blue Suzuki.
Okay,
We're blue
that's him in the
Suzuki
little
there.
blue
Over there,
Suzuki.
sir.
The little humble.
Over there, sir.
Okay, let us go over to the little blue Suzuki.
We bought like a humble. You know how much?
Like a humble.
Like a humble. You know how much for Suzuki Swift?
Miss
No,
say,
not much.
I wish
It's so nice. It's
clean, cute.
The manipulation of God's word to get your way is not a Christian concept. It actually is a demonic concept because it stems from what the devil did in the Garden of Eden. When he manipulated God's word to Eve to get her to bite of the fruit. And the fact that as Christians we feel so comfortable using God's word the way that we want to use it.
to fit us.
Or to fit our narrative, or to allow us to get away with wrong and condemn others for the wrong that they're doing.
I was saying this to someone once, and they were saying, it came up when they talk about, they don't like Christians because when they got church and the most judgmental people and they beat you down because of this and that. And I said, it's strange because it's weird that you said that the principles of Christianity, the backbone of Christianity is not about us persecuting people but showing love. Because the person was saying to me, the same person who was talking about this and all that, and they were saying, in the Bible days them stone people, and I said that's why Jesus had to come.
Yes.
And people miss that.
There are many things that Jesus had to come do. He had to die, and that's sad. But it's not just about his death.
He had to come to show
He had to
us
come for his life.
life.
If it was just about his death, they could have did crucify him or sacrifice him. From the time when he was lost in the synagogue.
No, but even then, if Jesus coming was about his death, you don't realize that Herod tried to kill him from he was a child and God
He
saved
could have
him.
dead long time.
He could have died then,
Long
and
time.
it would have still been the sacrificing of the Son of God.
Right.
So his coming was, yes, to bring us salvation through his death, but also to redeem us through his life. And we missed that.
Hi guys.
Hi guys, we're talking about vapid girls. Do you know what a vapid girl is? Then I'll tell them. Okay, so it says vapid, offering nothing that is stimulating or challenging, bland.
It's 10 o'clock.
It's 10 o'clock?
After 10, but you see this girl named Allyson. No, so me tell her to come pick me up. The girl said she have a pan her dumpling for boy for float.
Yes.
So like me say, why you eat? No, she said, me not really hungry, but me figure so me come from Jheanell, me go hungry, so me cook in advance.
You can't let yourself stranded. Zhara, so when we leave Jheanell, I'm going to go home, I must go sleep.
Because it took a bit after what you say we're gonna play.
We're going for a ride.
Guys, welcome to Maisie's Kitchen. So I'm making, these are some strawberries, some frozen strawberries from Rainforest Sponsor Me. And I got these frozen bananas from Hilo food stores. People shop at Hilo, that's rich.
Right?
The
Really?
shake is from Zhara.
What shit? Oh, I mean to get that for real? Yeah, I did. Was it your birthday?
Yes, this is from Zhara.
And then what kind of milk you're using for the base?
Skippy peanut butter.
Okay. And then
And then you have some soy milk right here.
okay.
see. Lock it up. No, put for your close friends. No, it's a curry for your dog. No, Zara can't put on you. No, Zara can't put on you. Know I make game of me. Excuse. Allyson, don't post that. Allyson, let me see.
Let me taste it.
Nice.
Delicious.
Also.
We're leaving now, guys. Say bye, Jheanell.
Bye, vlogger.
Bye, Allie.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for coming, my Z.
Bye. I'm gonna miss you.
Do you want help?
No, I just want back. I just want back. Alright, guys. So this is it. You're not a reason to come out except you know. Come give me a hug. Love you.
Again, all over again.
Your social battery gone now.
Yeah, man.
So next 3 months. I'm back home. Well, back in the vicinity. Andre's flight just landed. He landed an hour early, but of course we live in Jamaica and it's a real place, so they're not ready for him yet. So I'm actually grabbing food because I'm hungry. Because we left really early this morning from Kingston on the bus, and we got a chance to eat. So I'm going to grab food, and then I'm so excited to see him. And I mean, I know it's been 4 days, but it seems like forever.
What? I am back in Jamaica, and Zara come pick me up. Oh well, she just gone drop off something outside. So I'm back and I'm like super excited. Today's a friend of ours wedding, so you know I'm going to just run in time to go get dressed and head out for that. But I'm so happy to be back. Like it felt like it was forever. It was literally 4 days. All in all, there were highs and lows of our time spent apart. But if I'm being completely honest, it's most perfect when we're together.
I agree. And on that note, thanks for joining us on this episode of
Adventures of XYZ.